15 they've had the ball.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Georgia Watch Along Show. My name is Radi Nabulsi. I'm joined by former Georgia Bulldogs head coach Jim Donnan. Dayne Young's behind us running the board. The team is about to run out onto the field. Georgia's taking on a hapless Charlotte team that's only 1-9, not one of the better teams that Georgia's faced. But crowd coming in. It's a 12:45 kick, not the most exciting game in the world, but a game you definitely need at this point in the season. You're about to go into the playoffs. Maybe you play for the SEC championship game here. Senior day in Sanford Stadium. Very a couple interesting names that walked. We saw Gunnar Stockton walk. We saw Drew Bobo walk. Gunnar, of course, is a graduate already, but he could come back for another year. So could Drew Bobo. I don't think Drew Bobo's graduated yet, though. Maybe he has. But anyway, very there's some machinations going on with the offensive line, some injuries there. But we'll get into that in here in just a second, Coach. But
you could use the Charlotte 49ers, but the record's 1-9, so it's a Charlotte 1-9ers.
Oh God, that's so terrible.
But I always hate to disparage other people or say anything, but this is going to be a game where we can name the score as long as we don't make some silly mistakes. But this is a very undermanned team we're playing, probably as poorly undermanned as anybody's been in this stadium since I've been coaching here.
We might see some changes on the offensive line because of this game. We saw when the teams were warming up, Drew Bobo was working at the second team. Malachi Tolliver was working at the first team center. Ernest Green was also working at the second team with Juan Gaston working as the first team center. When you can kind of pick your shot like this, you can get a lot of new faces. I don't say new faces, but new bodies out there. To me, this is the transfer portal game, Coach, because where a lot of kids might be thinking, hey, I haven't played enough at Georgia. You get into a game like this and you let it rip. You show the coaches what you can do.
Yeah.
Good and bad. You show the other coaches what you can do and they want you. But the other thing is this is where you can get the kids a lot of snaps and they feel like, oh, somebody would just went down.
And you got to look at the possible red shirt too. After I think once you get in the playoffs or in the bowl situation, it doesn't hurt you. But I look for us to air it out deep and throw some balls on these guys. But, we got SEC Network on. Hope you guys will log on and listen to us. My old boy, Matt Stinchcom's analyze it for you on the other side, but that's why I was the coach and he was the player. You need to listen to me.
I had not considered the redshirt piece of this, though, because Auburn today in their game, they're playing a true freshman quarterback to preserve a red shirt for their starting quarterback so he can come back for one more year next year.
He didn't start playing until 3 weeks ago, so actually, he can play next week and be 4 games. So, but if he played this week and next week, he'd lose. And this is his last year. So,
right,
whoever the new coach is going to be, give him a chance to maybe look at it. But one of the things that you look for in a game like this is just trying to avoid the silly mistakes. And when you get some new guys in the game, sometimes they get a little bit jacked up and get a little over aggressive and all that, but hopefully we can show a lot of poise and discipline and play with, have a lot of fun today and see these guys get in there.
Georgia
this guy's done a good job at Ohio University and took over down there at Charlotte. He'll do a good job eventually, but just really lack of players right now. Yeah. Excuse me for interrupting there, Dane.
I'm just saying Georgia gets the ball first.
I like that.
Shout out to the students being there early today. I know this was a tough game to roll out of bed and be there by 12:45, but they made it. The back end of the west end of the stadium, those folks need to show up. Of course, good number of recruits, 3 official visitors on campus today. A bunch of other recruits, 20, 27, 20, 28 kids in attendance. So
we got 3 official visits. Over under on him taking it back if he kicks it short is probably not going to be there because he didn't. But
great kickoff.
That's the ultimate
right?
decision by the Niners to defer. They want to wait to the second half and get that ball first.
All right, let's see. So we
And before people start harping against Georgia students for not showing up, this is a weird spot on the student calendar. A lot of folks are pretty much leaving and not coming back until after Thanksgiving, if they're coming back at all.
Yeah, that's true. I know a lot of kids don't. They're like, "Hey, I have finals the week after Thanksgiving, and they're going to be online, so I can go home."
Coming up with an empty formation with Cash on the outside.
Shout out to Malachi Tolliver getting his first start.
Cash Jones.
Cash Jones picks up 15.
We could also, I think you mentioned maybe Delp might not play today. Did you say that?
I did say that. He was wearing a black non-contact jersey. Well, there he is. He's at the top of the screen. He ain't going to play a lot, though.
Is that what the black jerseys are for? I never see him.
Yeah, well, yeah. So we don't get to see a lot of practice, folks, but we found out that Oscar Delp was he might have just gotten hit in
the day I was
the
there,
families in the jewels.
The day I was there, he had on the regular jersey, so I guess it was another day. Here comes old Bell.
I think it was Tuesday.
Old gadget play with Dylan Bell. Maybe he gets a yard or two.
That was predetermined to get your seniors one touch each, so you got one to
one to Cash Jones, one to Dylan Bell. You just work your way down the list.
Just riding the heater from those Texas guys from previous week.
I think Matt just said the same thing you did, Coach. Like get those seniors the ball. Oh.
Got to make a block here. That was a good play.
Yeah.
Coach, in these kind of games, how hard is it to find the juice for your players?
Tough. But you work hard during the week and your preparation is such that you won't overlook them. But it's hard to be when you watch these guys on tape. It's hard to be, after you've been looking at who we've been playing at. But you got to just set your own standards and go for it. They got us in a good situation here. They'll probably heat us up. Great chance for a pick here.
They're going to say he was out of bounds, so it's not an interception. What does Coach know?
How did you?
Well, I mean,
how the hell did you?
They got 3rd and 8, 3rd and 12, and
Coach the mentalist.
I think he's making this stuff happen.
It was an interception.
Yeah, technically it was. You're correct. It just doesn't count.
All right. People worried about Brett Thorson and his punting last week.
He'll make up for it here.
Good Lord.
And it goes into the end zone.
I think
that's kind of like that week they were worried about Gunnar Stockton throwing deep. How far was that one?
He punted it into the 5. So, although it's funny to see London Humphreys was watching the return guy, said, it's like, hey, go back there, stand on the ball.
12 yards on the opening drive for Georgia.
This guy transferred from Duke into UNC Charlotte.
Yeah. I do want to point out on that opening drive, Coach, you say this all the time, and I just want to reiterate. You see Georgia, they pick up a bunch of yards, and then they have one bad play, the toss to Phillips, Peanut, that loses 6 yards. Now they're behind the sticks, they're off schedule, and they wind up punting. So
right.
We talk about explosive plays all the time where one big explosive, two big, if you get whoever has the most explosive plays wins the game. But defensively, whenever you get a lost yardage play, it doesn't have to be a sack. It can be something like that. And all of the team's punting to you. So if I've learned one thing from sitting next to you, it's how it's so easy to get off kilter, get off schedule.
Smart by them rolling out to help the protection.
A couple positive plays for Charlotte. We'll give them a 3rd and short.
Corey Thomas all over it. Let's see here. Stinks.
Are we going to run off right tackle? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing there.
He's still trying to go. They'll blow that whistle before that kid gets killed.
Coach, you're a North Carolina native. Charlotte's ascent to even be at this level of football over the past few years, just to be in the top tier of, because they were Division II for a long time, right? So
Yeah, I think they made the jump too quickly. They started football about 2017 or 18, and then they got into conference and basketball. So part of the deal was they put them in D1 football
He could return
after about
this.
3 years, and they weren't really ready for it.
There it is. Oh,
So people don't realize it, and that's why they're talking about getting UNC in the SEC. All the footprints in North Carolina. There's 22, I think, 4-year schools playing football in North Carolina.
good Lord.
That's a lot of schools, and they got a predominantly minority conference, and then they got East Carolina and the Big Four, Duke, North Carolina, Wake Forest, and State, and then Appalachian, Charlotte, Lenore, Ryan. I mean, over and over. There's plenty of them.
And we actually looked at a couple colleges up there where my boy was looking to go to school. So he wound up going to UNG and has been happy about it. But there's definitely some good schools up there. And, of course, a couple of them have come after my wife to teach and very much like that area, so I can see it. Real quick, I want to mention our friends over at Athens Ford. They are the longest-running sponsor of the UGA Watch Along Show. They're the longest-running sponsor, I believe, of the entire UGA Sports marketplace, if you will. They've been with us for quite some time, sponsoring our the website at UGA, plus the Tuesday show and this show. In other words, they're good folks. They take care of us. We would like it if you would take care of them. We would see it as a personal favor if the next time you were looking for a vehicle, you went by and checked out the folks at Athens Ford. It's not just that you'd be doing us a favor, you'd be doing yourself a favor, because they do such quality work when it comes to getting you in the right vehicle, taking care of your needs, getting you the right financing, getting you the right deals, be it a new vehicle, pre-owned vehicle, your trade-in. And you can take a trade-in to them and they'll just buy it. So they'll give you an offer on it. You don't have to actually buy one from them. They're going to give you a great deal. And the specials that they have right now, because we're in the last part of November, the 21st, just 9 days left. The 2025s are on sale. They're trying to get rid of as many of them as possible to make room for the 2026s. It's an ideal time to buy a new vehicle. If you don't want a new vehicle, I do highly recommend one of their certified pre-owned. That's what I did. That's what I've had other people do. It feels like you're getting a new car, but you're getting it at such a steal when it comes to the price. And everything that you buy from them, new or used, with very few exceptions, will have a lifetime powertrain warranty. Even if you didn't like us, you didn't like this show, you don't like Athens Ford, it's just the smartest thing you can do is to go buy a vehicle that has a lifetime powertrain warranty on it. There's so many things that covers. The peace of mind that you have, it's just beyond anything you'll get anywhere else. So check out Athens Ford. You'll be very glad you did so.
One of the things that happens when teams like this come to play in Sanford Stadium, a lot of Georgia natives on this Charlotte roster. I'm just going to shout out some of the high schools where they're from, because this is life-changing stuff for them. They'll always have the memory of having played in Sanford Stadium. Represented on this team is New Hampstead High School in Atlanta, Lowndes in Valdosta. I'm trying to find it. There we go. Arabian Mountain, Buford, Thomas County Central in Thomasville, Powder Springs, North Cobb High School. A lot of Georgia guys on the Charlotte roster.
Probably going to see a few runs in a row here after that series.
Yeah.
There's the first.
Okay, that's a nice little pickup.
What year is Tolliver?
I think he is a redshirt sophomore.
See how he does on the snaps today.
Yeah.
Going to be some kind of counter play.
Redshirt
here.
freshman. My apologies. I gave him one extra year. I knew he'd redshirted once.
You got the safety up there in the line of scrimmage making the tackle. You can't. Yeah. I mean, the guy was in the B gap.
He really was. Y'all see number 5 standing up there that close?
Keep on doing that. Put Rod Robinson in there. See if he can hold on to the ball.
A lot of Georgia starters not playing. I say a lot. A few of Georgia starters not playing. But Micah Morris always there.
56 power. Quarterback power.
There you go, Tyler.
This could be play action here.
It's one of those situations where like with Malachi Tolliver, we've been covering him for so many years. I thought he'd been here 3. He's only been here 2. So it just feels like he's been on the team for a minute.
Coach says play action. I'll say it's to Noah Thomas.
Ooh.
It's not so much we're not blocking them. You just can't block.
Yeah, they got more bodies than you got. Yeah.
I mean, they give scholarships.
They may even give a little NIL.
Shout out to Tyler Woods, son of one of my players at Marshall, Pete Woods. He's the helps in securing players there.
I was pretty sure that's what I saw. I looked down to see C.J. Wiley and Landon Roldan were both in there on the right side of that previous play coach.
2 freshmen.
Yep. I like it.
North Oconee won last night. We'll move into the quarterfinals. The GHSA state playoffs. They play Marist in the next round.
Playing a lot of tight coverage down there. Blitz.
I don't know that I'd be on C.J. Wiley that close.
What a motor on Zachariah Branch.
A little first down celebration there, a little 6-7.
Good job by Lucky there.
Yeah.
And Bell.
Ooh, luckily Dylan Bell didn't get called for a hold when he put his arm across his chest.
I don't know why these guys have a mouthpiece.
Yeah, it's so irritating.
It's a peanut.
They're
Yes,
definitely ganging up to stop the run.
They really are. I think I counted 7.
Oh, you got to start throwing it and picking them apart, though.
Yeah.
Probably helps this first couple of series that they are fairly competitive. Get our kids realizing, hey, you just can't throw your jocks out there. Another bubble.
So now they only bring 4.
There's the play action.
Take it in there, Lawson.
He's like, Noah, you got to pick that guy up, man.
To the 2.5.
Nice poise by Gunner in the pocket there.
Yeah. So you're right on that play action. They only brought 4. It's funny. They nobody, it seemed like they just let him run free. Lawson was all over it.
I just run Josh McCray now.
You gotta let Nate have a TD.
Left tackle.
Yeah, there's the big hole.
There we go.
Touchdown, Nate Frazier.
1 down and 6 to go for the line. Was it 43?
I think
43 and a
I
half.
think Puglisi will have a good stat line at the end of this.
I need to hire a lip reader for those moments when they got Kirby on the sideline. I think that'd be fun to check out.
I mean, if it's the 4-letter words, I can usually do that part.
No. I need something more than that. Just out of curiosity.
Up and good. Georgia leads 7-0.
If we wanted the 4-letter words, we'd just go sit outside practice with a recorder and get all those.
9 plays, 60 yards. Nate Frazier, 5 carries, 15 yards on the day. Gunnar Stockton, 4 out of 5, 52 yards.
They blocked everybody about 6 yards left, Coach. just shoved them all down.
Early second quarter, Ohio State 7, Rutgers 3. Halfway through the second, Texas A&M 28, Samford 0.
Brutal.
Halfway through the second, Missouri 3, Oklahoma 0.
What are your Sooners doing, Coach? Come on.
Showing no offense when I was watching them.
And then halfway through the second, Miami is up on Virginia Tech 14-3. The increasingly common situation where a team still has 2 games left, but they have a new head coach. And I know he's not doing all the coaching, but that's just strange to me, the way that has. We used to see that in bowl games where the coach would kind of linger around, but now you see it a month in the season.
That's wild. Let me talk real quick about our friend Jeff Dean over at Morrison Dean. He was, I mentioned last week that he was probably at that Texas game. He absolutely was. He's probably still hoarse. If he gets up in front of a judge right now, he might have to write some of this stuff down. He says, I'll never forget that the SEC runs through Austin stuff that some of the pundits were saying not too long ago. It's recently, though, he settled a case for he's not going to say how much. I do ask him about some of the amounts, but he doesn't want to tell me, which is fair because he's ethical and I'm not. There was a fellow who fell through a commercial building roof skylight. This poor cat became a paraplegic from falling through that, and they took care of him. Can you imagine all of a sudden your life changing upside down? You got to change your entire house, car, caretakers, all that stuff. This is somebody who works on roofs, and has that issue. So how do you put a price on that? How do you earnings for the rest of your life, the pain, the suffering, the just absolute life-changing, what it does to your kids? Well, I would never be able to put a price on that, but Jeff Dean does. So, I mean, he's been through it. He's done it for years. He knows how to take care of people, and that's why he got into the industry. That's why does what he does is to, and I'm gonna get him to sue the frats up in on that second level that aren't there. That whole frat seating is completely empty. So, no, I don't want him to sue anybody unless somebody screws me over, and then I'm going to go to Jeff Dean and he's going to take care of him. So, check out morrisondean.com up in Dalton, Georgia and Tennessee. They got you covered.
Here's a chance for some younger guys to get on the special teams kickoff.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that, Coach. Yeah, I think a lot of guys get their feet wet.
Still have the main guys in there.
We played some teams like that, Dayne, and like this one, and you'd have some of the walk-ons over there trying to bump into, when somebody's trying to get your attention, they'd be bumping me and like, hey, Coach, have you ever covered one? He said, no, but my parents are here.
You're an offensive guard. That's okay, Coach. I got lane 3.
My girlfriend's here from Saudi Arabia or something.
Come on, Coach, let me in there.
I think you'll see more guys get in, but that was the main crew. That was KJ Bolden and Cole Spear, and throughout the game, it'll change, though.
Oh, my goodness. Jonah Ajonye. That guy had him by the throat, and he just pushed him backwards. Honestly, that's probably the same way I would block Jonah Ajonye. I'd put my hand on his throat.
Yeah.
Push back on his trachea because I don't imagine blocking that son of a gun.
Good chance to add to your stats today, defense.
Yeah. Look at Dalen Everett down the line of scrimmage. Don't see that often.
Oh, he
usually backs off by about 12 yards.
Watch his jam. Watch his jam. Press coverage. Guys going to come into him. Oh, he's going to run with him. Coach, when you see certain jersey numbers, do guys pop into your head from way back?
From the past?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I can give you a lot of different numbers, but
remember, it'll be a short week for Georgia after this, playing Georgia Tech on Friday next week. A shorter week for Tech, though, in the sense that Georgia's a 12:45 kickoff today, and Tech is a 7 p.m. kickoff.
A little pressure.
Tight coverage.
I wonder if anybody gave Kirby grief about not getting the interception off Arch Manning when he threw it to the sideline last week.
I know.
What is it about these producers that just get enamored showing the coaches on the sideline? Is that just What is it?
So I'm glad you bring that up because we've complained about it for years when they go to all the different cameras and they show the band and they show everything but the team. When they're in that production trailer, if you want to sound like a cool producer, you change the cameras constantly. And it sounds like you're doing a symphony. So it's camera 1, prep camera 2, prep camera 7, camera 7. And it makes you seem like you're doing something cool with all these different, you're pulling in the different visuals. If you just sit there and ride the game, which is what everybody wants to see, you're considered untalented, not a very good producer. And it's just like the coaches calling, if you can run the ball on them, running it all day and they can't stop you. It's like, well, no, you got to call some flea flicker or some, crazy play to show that you're cool. So that's what they do. And they're like, look, I've got 12 cameras here. I need to use them all. I got to justify the.
I think it's okay for once in a while, but like a lifetime exemption there. I mean,
no, but so they go from the play. The reason I'm building up to that, you go from the play to the coach, to the guys walking off, to the crowd, back to an ISO on one player, back to the coach. Oh, they're about to snap it. Let's go back to the formation and show the play. It's just.
Well, you're taught that people connect with people, so you do want to show faces. The issue here is, though, your audience is SEC Network. Yeah. And so showing a whole bunch of Charlotte, that's not going to be what people are interested in unless that story throughout the game develops to be such. But just straight out of the blue, yeah, there's not a narrative there.
Well, then you also have the ones that are like, well, I'm not going to do just the Georgia side. I want to be an equal opportunity producer. I'm going to show just as much Charlotte as I do Georgia, so I can never be considered.
Well, I mean, if it's SEC versus SEC, I get it. You have a contract with that. Yeah. Hey, you don't hear.
No, I'm with you 100%. But
Charlotte's money coming straight from Georgia here.
Yeah. The reminds me of the old Biggie song. Better have my money.
Coach, what are your thoughts on Lane Kiffin and that fiasco that is just a little drama every week?
It's a real paradox because you want him to do well for his family and for himself, but also as a coach, the players, you ask for loyalty, and I just think they got to come to a decision after the Egg Bowl and let everybody know where he stands because it's just too much up in the air. But it looks like he's really looking hard at LSU, though.
Photo came out of his son wearing LSU headphones before a football game.
Nothing wrong with the guy's American society. I mean, if you want to, from a historical perspective, LSU's a better job. But at this point, who knows right now? You might think he's tapped out where he is. I think it's pretty cool that he and his ex-wife are just making decisions. I mean, she's all in the mix, I guess, for her family. But
well, if Jimmy Sexton gets Lane paid like that, it won't be long before Kirby gets a pay raise out of that too.
Yeah, I think Kirby's got something in his contract that he's got to be the highest paid guy. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Got Elias Williams in there. Let's see if we can throw him one. And got a few guys up there. We got one-on-one at the top if you want to throw it.
At the bottom too.
Come back. See, he tackle this guy.
Flags down.
Got to be a holding, right? Unless it's a PI.
I hate when they hold him up like that and let everybody run into him.
Defensive holding. So it was.
I think that's the one you were talking about, Coach. Was that?
They're going to say it grabbed him.
Oh, yeah.
It's because of the jersey.
Yeah.
I think they let that go if he doesn't have the jersey pull on it.
Well, he got some quickness. Keep on throwing it.
I feel like Branch is one of Georgia's most successful transfers ever. Tip ball. Yeah, Fowler asked, how are the hot yoga studios down in Baton Rouge?
I'm sure they're good.
They'll build him one.
I looked it up today. There's a Hot Works about 4 blocks from campus.
They'll put one in the stadium for him.
Yeah, they'll renovate the football ops offices.
I think he should stay away from LSU. But I'd rather have him there than Florida.
All I know is that with the healthy lifestyle that he, has mastered in Mississippi of doing the hot yoga, not drinking, not eating dessert, Louisiana is a place where that gets tested.
It does.
What's the difference between hot yoga and are you just in the steam room or something?
Essentially, yeah. I think they turned it up to over 100 degrees. You want to try it one day?
Not really. I want to see a first down here. I don't want to have Kirby punt. That's good.
Oh.
He's going for it here.
4th and 1, yeah. I really did too. This Charlotte guys are tackling pretty well, Coach.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of yards after contact. They're dropping their
I
guys.
could see them stopping us here just because they're going to sell the ranch.
Yeah.
Fake it and go down the seam to Elias Williams
Go
for a
behind.
touchdown.
Can you get a QB sneak from there?
Oh, he did
really?
fake it. He's going to run it, though.
Boy, I hate for him to be doing that.
I about to say, I take him out. That's enough of that.
That was just for Tech right there.
Yeah.
That they got to be worried about it. Great effort.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's hard to tell a football player not to be a football player.
Very true.
You know?
Very true.
Throw the screen down here to this guy. Or throw it up at the top either.
Another play fake. Gunner's going to run for it.
I think he wanted to throw it there, but I think he might have been worried one of his guys had gone downfield.
How about Oklahoma scoring?
There you go.
That second team's going to have to be efficient for this to be a cover.
For what?
For this to be a cover.
Yeah. Getting ready to have a big play right here. Not big, but it was medium.
Yeah.
Nifty footwork from Noah Thomas.
Number of throws on first down.
Jaden Riddell out there blocking.
Good chance for Riddell to get in there. Maybe we can see his speed today. This is going to be ugly here. Some kind of play. Right. Come on. Throw the quick pitch here. Nice.
There you go. What's that? 6.5 yards.
You know, the other rumor is that they're going to bring back Coach O with Lane because they got an existing relationship, and he would give him all the interesting things they need to do to make the program better. Be the D-line coach, assistant head coach. And
I mean, from his experience, making the program, it means getting Joe Burrow.
Look at that.
There we go.
There's
First down.
Get him in there.
Touchdown.
really pushed him in the rest of the
2 touchdowns for Nate.
Yeah.
Malachi Tolliver in there.
I thought they were going to stop him on the 2, but when the big boys come in, I love that formation, Coach.
Nice series there, I'm reading, when you look at all the things they did. So
Gaston.
Well, he had fallen down earlier. He pops back up to his feet, sees that Nate's on his hip. He grabs him and throws him in the end zone like a shot put.
So when Lane gets ready to sign his contract, He's going to say, it's okay by me if it's okay by you.
Oh, God.
What do you think, Dane?
I like it.
That's terrible.
I like it.
Turn the cameras off.
It's only first quarter too.
We're going to start puns with
Seriously.
a minute left. Oh. All right, that's enough for Gunner. Go sit down.
Yeah, but let's go on and put.
Who asked that question?
You ask him.
I did.
I'll tell you a quick story on Charlotte. When they first had their program, Brad Lambert was one of my coaches, and he was the coach. And it was their first game as a 1A school, and we were doing it on TV. And I asked if I could do it because of the sentimental value there. And one of his coaches is Phil Ratliff, who played for me. And they had this thing set up where they could take their team to the Charlotte Motor Speedway and eat on the night before for their, nightly meal, just to kind of give them a really big push. So they must have told me 50 times on Friday they wanted me to come out there and eat with them, everything. And I said, okay, I'll do it, which is respectful to me, So we get out there. This is in this posh area, where all the VIPs go to NASCAR and everything, and go up there, and the team's up there, and let's watch us play.
Had Everett come on the blitz.
And I noticed one of the guy that was supposed to be the liaison when we were walking in kind of had his head down. I wasn't really, but I can't tell you enough how much they told me that they wanted me to come and how special it's going to be. Well, they had run out of food.
Oh, no.
When I got there, they had no food. So
oh, my God.
They were really
We
embarrassed.
begged you to come, and now we ain't got nothing for you to eat.
It's a special meal.
It was, I felt bad for them, but they had laid the carpet out, but there wasn't anything to eat. Good move.
That was good. Gabe Harris mad that he missed that tackle. Oh, he's going the opposite way, brother. It's okay.
Chris says he's watching us in the car right now as they are headed to Disney World for Thanksgiving break.
Well, good.
Nice.
Be careful when you're driving there, buddy, but get in good shape. You're going to carry those kids around Disney World. Dane's been on that trip.
Slinky Dog Dash. That's the play. That's the one at Hollywood Studios.
Which one?
Slinky Dog Dash.
Okay.
Is that a play?
That is no. That's I'm about the rides, man.
No, I don't.
Well, could you tell me what the wonky donkey is?
I don't know what the wonky donkey is.
That's the end of the first.
And I'm afraid to Google it, frankly, Coach.
Nice play.
Some guy was saying you're a wonky donkey. I'm really not sure what that is.
Is that from Shrek?
Maybe some of our fans can tell us.
Because Eddie Murphy was the voice of the donkey in Shrek. So maybe it's a line from Shrek.
Dane's got that wabi-sabi in him.
Amazing what you find on this show, sports fans.
You will find a commercial for our friends at My Better Life Science. And when we talk about My Better Life Science, we talk about Alan Brock, who is a huge supporter of the University of Georgia, who runs a fantastic company that can tell you if you are allergic or sensitive to 460 different things. If you're like, oh, I don't know, I'm having allergies, but I'm not sure if it's pet dander or oak pollen or, whiskey, whatever you could be allergic to, you can find out. But check out our friends at My Better Life Science and get the allergy and food sensitivity combo test. You're going to check you for 295 food and inhalant allergies and 286 food sensitivity triggers. Also, they have some for your pets. So if you have a dog or cat, especially a new dog, new cat, they will test your pet. And it's really simple because it just take the fur, send it in. It's pain-free. There's nothing hurtful about it. It's veterinary approved. You do it at home. Then you find out what your dog or cat may be allergic to. Very important, especially if you have a new pet. if you're going to Walt Disney World, you're leaving your pets in somebody else's care, and all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, I bet this dog loves peanut butter," and you find out no, your dog is allergic to peanut butter. And your neighbor gives it to them, then they have a lot of explaining to do. Point being, it's a good thing to do if you love your pets, like we know you do. Go ahead and get one of the very inexpensive pet allergy tests over at My Better Life Science. It's the Pet Test Hero, and while you're there, get one for yourself. I also highly recommend it for churches. Get one for all the kids in your congregation. It's just a good way to find out if these kids, you're looking out for them, you're checking out their well-being. This is a nice thing you can do for the parents to find out if the kids are allergic or sensitive to anything. So check them out.
Radi, in my infinite wisdom, always trying to help supplement the show, I noticed on TV, and I sent this to Alan, that 1 in 10 adults have some kind of allergy, and 1 in 13 children do. So there's a good chance you could have it. So
do you know 10 people?
Yeah, I mean,
right.
No,
Do you
come
know?
on.
No, I'm just saying, if you know 10 people, then
Right.
you know one person
But
has a allergic reaction.
The point is, we do all this preventative stuff that you do around. You have stuff on to prevent scam on your internet, and you do all that
Car
stuff.
insurance, on
Car
your cars.
insurance, health.
Yeah.
It really just makes sense to get checked out. And I owe a lot to Alan and the test that I took, because I was able to tell the people when I went in the hospital what my situation was. So I think it's worth looking into, and we've had good response from a lot of our fans.
Todd's watching us from Little Rock, Arkansas. Mia is also in Arkansas.
So what are they going to do about that, Coach? Do you think Dabo really interviewed?
No.
I don't think he did, but he'd be a great fit there.
3rd and 8, incomplete pass. Georgia's going to get the ball back here.
So that's 3 and outs.
Fowler says that Dayne gets the thumbs up from his wife with the Slinky Dog recommendation. Also, Ratatouille over in Epcot. They don't make you wear the 3D glasses anymore. Just reopened.
Yeah,
well, I know I went to Disney World when Todd was 3, and I was not very good after that was over, after pushing that stroller.
Brown guy says, I had Wonky Donkey once, and I got the shot, and it cleared up pretty quickly.
Oh. Good. Who was that?
Brown guy 342. Zachariah Branch to the other side of the field.
Yeah, that's good, Brown guy.
Then Dennis Caldwell over on Facebook says the Wonky Donkey is a kid's book, and the main character is a wonky donkey. So I think it's like the Very Hungry Caterpillar.
Yeah, this is 87-yard touchdown here.
Look at that.
Oklahoma
Transfer
scores.
from Arkansas.
Nice little tunnel there.
Can't say much for those unis.
I do not like those uniforms at all, Coach. Those are god awful.
Got them on rebate from Tennessee.
Yeah, that's smoke gray. Those are terrible.
Todd on Facebook, who's watching in Arkansas, said, I grew up in Dublin, and I hated to see the Irish lose last night. Says, go Dogs. West Lawrence won, though. They beat Oconee County in the playoffs.
They're definitely trying to get Peanut the ball a lot.
Well, throw it to him on the outside, or let him go outside. Don't let him run up the middle. You have no idea how fast this guy is.
Well, I do, because you tell me.
I'm talking about the fans. I mean, he could be in the end zone in 4 seconds from here. Oh,
he almost had it. This is an 8-yard pickup.
Oh, man. Amari
Oh,
Carmichael did the My BLS test. Said he's allergic to milk and eggs. What a bummer.
well, it's good to know that, though.
I just love milk and eggs. Sorry, Amari. Hope it's not severe.
Louisville's been fading like a bad year for them.
SMU's kicking their head in.
That was pretty funky play there.
Yeah.
Whatever they figured wasn't not quite as good. They're trying to make
Just want to look good on paper, Coach.
trying to make old Peanut look like an explosive back up the middle, but run the quick pitch to him, line up in the eye and toss it.
3rd and 2.
Sure, Amari's not pulling your leg.
I mean, There's a sad-faced emoji that looks authentic
We're
to
going
me.
to shift the
Okay.
back in the
If it is, I feel
backfield.
really bad for him.
I mean, from a YouTube comment, that's all I can go off of.
Right tackle.
Amari's one of our best commenters.
First down and more.
Gunner's going to scrape his elbows driving here.
I already tweeted out that he needs to be out of the game. two scores. Let him go rest. But I get it.
Radi's like, put Hezekiah Millender in there.
Exactly. Hey, Ryan Montgomery, I know you're out there, buddy. I know you've been fighting for your chance. So,
Like Mike Bobo can still get the arm loosened up, right?
yeah.
Your eligibility.
Come on. Give it to Peanut.
I know
on
John Lilly can throw the ball.
Stretch play right here.
You think
There's
Mike
Bo
still
Walker.
throws routes in practice?
No, he's got so many GAs now. He
Yeah.
don't need to. Because remember, you can let all those guys, they can all be coaches now.
Yeah.
So everybody on the staff. So you can bring in a couple guys.
Oh, Bo's cut. Look at those guns.
That's one of those Thomas Brown guys who like squats 400 pounds, even though he's 5'9" or 5'10". He's
They're on the Mike Bobo routine now. That's 3 times in the last 2 plays.
Oh, Hartley finally got in there on that one.
yeah. Todd actually moved over. Did that middle linebacker just throw up? That middle linebacker came back there and walloped Gunnar Stockton, hit him on the blitz.
Solid catch by Noah Thomas.
Noah's getting a lot of confidence.
Yeah. I'm still thinking about that touchdown he had in the throw last week, Coach, on that little spin route that he had.
Yeah. Are we on the 10 or where are we? 15 or?
I don't know, we got to watch him coming off before we find out anything.
Now we got to get Gunners back.
Yeah.
Wide shot. There you go.
Okay. On the 15, Coach.
Sweep this way.
It's a sweep that way.
I don't think it'll stop him from
Georgia.
Good call.
That's why Georgia went after. So there's Lance McCurley in the background. Our guy, recruiting guy, Lance. 3 rushing touchdowns. See, they're not letting Gunner build up his stats. So pull him.
Yeah, he obviously doesn't care about the Heisman.
Yeah.
Amari says, Roddy, it's true. He still eats a little bit of milk and eggs, but he tries to limit it, knowing that there's a potential for some allergies there.
That stinks.
That's
That's
impressive.
like 2 of the best things out there.
It's good for him to know, though.
Yeah. Thanks, Amari.
Feeling a little bit better about a cover now.
I mean, yeah, you're less than 20 minutes in and you got half of it.
Need one more for the first half cover, though.
Now
27 and a
you're getting into degenerate territory
Yeah.
here.
27 and a half.
If you know that, then you are definitely a degenerate gambler.
No, I mean, I don't know that. That's what I heard. I like the way Bo ran for the pylon, though.
Yes, he did.
That's what he heard from his guy Juan Carlo down in the Cayman Islands.
Folks, I remember there was a little question because Bo Walker was not. He's not the biggest guy out there. And when Georgia was recruiting, they were in on some other running backs and getting Bo. It was like, oh, we're only getting Bo. I'm like, you're only getting this guy? Have you seen him run? Have you seen what he does? He's badass. So there's no only getting Bo. He's special.
Halftime, Texas A&M 31, Samford 0. Samford moved on from Chris Hatcher. I kept waiting for Chris Hatcher to find his way with Kirby Smart and be an analyst here, like his son was.
There's time.
Chris may just want to be home chilling.
That's true.
He's coached forever.
Yeah. That's definitely a
great man. When he was the head coach at Georgia Southern, and I was in my first or second year of college, I forget, because I went to Georgia Southern before I transferred to Georgia. We ended up being able to do a quick interview with him for like a class project situation. Now, how many active college football coaches are going to make time for students to be able to, do the project they need to do?
He would never have.
Oh, no,
No,
not unless I could run. And if I could block a field goal or something, maybe. But
yeah.
now Chris was super nice.
It's funny. I was I had one of those Facebook things pop up, and it's like 14 years ago today, and it was the team dumping water on Mark Richt, dumping a Gatorade thing on him, is when they beat Kentucky to clinch the SEC in 2011. And then the next thing that popped up was like me and David Ching when I was at ESPN. We were doing a stand-up outside. Mark Richt drives behind us, starts blaring his horn. Bang, 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 bang.
Man, that 11, 12's the one that could have won a national
I know.
championship. But from players that were on the team, they said that 11 team, the injuries destroyed them.
It was.
But
it was brutal.
That 11 team had as good of a chance as
Oh,
any,
God,
talent-wise.
I mean, I was looking through that photo gallery, and I'm like, Jarvis, Marlowe, Chris Conley. I'm like, good gravy.
Yeah.
Smith.
Oklahoma just went up
What?
14-3.
Ah,
Must be the uniforms.
You love those uniforms now.
Zion Branch, Elias Williams on kickoff duties here.
Think about Elias Williams, your tight end running down there at 6'7.5", 265 pounds or whatever he is. Not quite that heavy.
Do they have a first down yet?
255. No, sir, they do not.
Georgia has 11. I wonder if the senior day has a different feel considering that there's so many different transfer. Like, it's not the, I've been here 3-4 years situation except for a couple of guys.
Yeah, it's got to be different.
It's just great for the parents. So regardless if you first year or last.
Yeah. That was Chase Linton on the kickoff team. Good to see him get. I saw that.
Look at that guy run.
Chris Cole.
Ooh.
It's extra apparent when they play a team like Charlotte of how
very, very
absurd they are athletically.
Yeah, it gives you a good kind of idea of what they're capable of.
You better run it here. You're going to get sacked.
Georgia showing 5.
Charlotte's having to get organized down to 5 seconds on the play clock.
Snap
it at 3. Georgia's going to stuff them.
Oh, Branch up there on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Coach, when we start to think about college football playoff picture here, some of these 3-loss teams can still weasel. You don't think so?
No.
You think it's going to be all 2-loss or better?
There could be one, but
Texas is the one I have my eye on.
You got teams like Miami that's down into 14. They got to be ahead of Texas.
Yeah.
I just think we're going to have a lot of things happening this weekend to really tell you what's going on. Get a pick here.
Look at him.
First down. Do it right in front of Branch.
And it looked like the first thing he did was take off backwards as if he was the deep center guy.
The last thing you need him to do is get a touchdown. Good concept.
Yeah.
Double in.
Oh, there's as obvious a false start as you could ever imagine.
J Malley 89 says Chris Cole needs to get the number 84 next year. He reminds me of Leonard Floyd with his body type.
Is that what number Leonard Floyd was?
Yes,
he
sir.
was.
That's kind of what when I was asking about the player jerseys. Every time I see 18, I think Bakari Rambo. I have forever. And 84 to me is now Ladd McConkey, but for years it was Leonard Floyd. 3's, burned in my head as Todd Gurley. There's
come on with it there, Gabe.
All right, so you go from 1st and 10 to 1st and 15, now 2nd and 15. That's getting them off schedule, Coach.
18 for me is Roman Gabriel.
Oh, yeah.
I always have a weird reaction when teams retire a number because I'm like, you need them all, unless you're going to start going triple digits.
Well, now they're using that double number system,
Yeah.
though.
And especially on special teams, you have to really double check to see who that guy is because it could be an offensive guy or a defensive guy.
Have you ever seen us play this tight?
I have not.
I'm talking about coverage.
That's what I was about to say. It's like press man.
Compared to next week.
Yeah. We're going to be draped all over these guys.
I'm hoping old Kyron Jones is going to be able to start playing again soon.
Oh, did you read that in the 3-2-1 too?
I'm just going by what Roddy said.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't know that when Roddy threw it out there.
We'll see. I'm not holding my
We're
breath.
What a pick.
Interception.
That's his third of the year, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
That's when you remember
That's when you high
the
point.
measurables.
Yeah.
Go over there and put those shoulder pads on.
Put on the spike pads.
Their quarterback's like, I don't know what I can do. I put it in a good spot.
He threw it where he's supposed to, but
Yeah.
the other guy intercepted it. You know what I mean? The corner came off his guy to make it.
Yeah.
All right, coach.
That's when you talk about layering those routes. You don't have both guys converge at the same spot.
First half covers on the table, guys.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Speaking of good financial decisions and not taking chances with your money, reach out to our friends at Equity Prime Mortgage. They have a ton of different mortgage products for you. They can do down payment assistance. They can do FHA loans, VA loans. Let's see, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's like 7 different things for VA loans. Then, of course, they have like 12 or 13 different conventional loans. And I say conventional, I just mean that's the more run of the mill, but it's not going to be conventional to you because you're going to get the best rate and the best terms. They have DSCR Prime. They can help you out if you're in California. If you're doing a renovation, that one has become super popular because a lot of people who are in these really nice houses or in a house with a nice mortgage that they have on it, they're like, yeah, I'd like to, we're thinking about, we'd love a new house, a new place, but with interest rates where they are, I don't know if I want to move out of what we got. But just like my son's best friend, Peter, his family stayed at our house over the summer. They had their house completely renovated. It's a fantastic location, but now it's like a brand new house. They had new floors, took out walls, did new bathrooms, counters, everything. And I mean, it's new to them, even though they've been living there. So they didn't lose any of their family memories. They're still amongst all their friends that they've grown up with the whole time, but their house is amazing now. So if you want to do that and you're like, hey, how do I go about this? Well, check out one of their choice renovation loans. And there's like 40 more options from that. So check out our friends at Equity Prime Mortgage. They've just had a huge September 2025. They record-setting September for them. And when we talk about record-setting for those guys, that's like Coke saying they've had a record-setting thing. That's like Delta saying they've had a record-setting quarter or month. These guys are gigantic in the industry, but they're going to treat you like you got a cousin who does mortgages. So check out Equity Prime Mortgage.
Even if you're not in like the market, you never know when you might be. They're building a park right beside our house, and they're cutting down some trees a little bit closer than I thought.
Lucky in the backfield.
What the heck?
Oh, I thought they were going to give him a handoff.
God, they taking these shots on Gunner. All this funky stuff ain't working too much.
Yeah. Does feel like they're trying to put in some different things, Coach. Is this
I mean, Loves and Lucky lined up in the backfield.
That's what I'm saying. That yo-yo thing they were doing and then handed it off to Peanut.
See, I would have just done a handoff to Lawson so Tech had to see it.
I don't want to run it here because you might not make it first down. Might have to punt, throw it again. He can run it over here.
He is going to run it. You're right. No. That was a big Elijah. Oh, that poor little 19.
Hit him with the too small.
Can you imagine when he gets built up? He just,
Yeah,
the guy's sick. Look how much taller he is than all the linemen.
He's 6'7". They have him listed at 255. When I was mentioning him running on one of the lanes on the kickoff, I said 265 because he does look like he's put on some weight, Coach. He's got some muscle mass that is
You
serious.
see him dunk a basketball.
I was going to say Mike White's got to be like, so what's he doing in
Let me
January?
get that power forward in here. Yeah. Hey, Georgia's done that in the past.
Here we go.
Fred Gibson.
No, Larry Brown, baby. Do you remember Larry?
I don't remember
Yeah.
Larry.
Larry Brown.
Larry told me, wanted to play basketball. I said, Larry, as long as you aren't sitting on the bench, you can play. But he wanted to get out of spring practice. And he ended up playing. He went out there in the NCAA and scored some points. He did a good job.
You missed it. When he would come in, he was like basically an enforcer, like you have in hockey. If they were banging around some of our shooters or something,
Counter.
they would Larry'd come out there and just make them more respectful. After Larry came out, there'd be a couple fouls in there, but
They started saying yes, sir.
if you got fouled by Larry Brown, you felt it, brother. So there was no question there. So kid could handle the ball really well for a guy his size.
I like this is a bit of a possession and clock drive here because I want Charlotte to have that pumpkin on the board at halftime.
I need it at the end of the game.
You're going to try to throw it into the boundary here. Some kind of – nope.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Tripp says, big Larry.
Last thing we don't want here is a field goal.
The stories I like hearing, Roddy, are the football players that they don't try to go for the Georgia men's basketball team, but they put together a team for Ramsey.
Oh God, I've played against those sons of bitches. That's not fair. They should be banned from Ramsey.
Yeah,
And guys get hurt over there too
I
sometimes.
saw Champ get 36 one night.
Yeah.
That's so absurd.
I'm trying to think of
Well, I talked to a guy. Let's see what Gunner does with this.
Good guy.
nice.
That guy's using his hands well.
It really is.
I talked to a guy once that he was matched up on Darnell Washington at Ramsey.
What did he do about it?
Cried.
I remember Dexter Morant, defensive end under Coach Fabris, checking me with a hip check and just knocking me out of bounds. Now, that's back when I was heavy.
You were playing intramural basketball?
Hell yeah. My wife was teaching at UGA or student there, so we were allowed to. She had a membership at Ramsey. Comes with being there's that same play. So
Turn it up. First catch of the year, isn't it?
Jaden Riddell.
yeah, they targeted him earlier.
The guy's fast.
He is.
Go on and run it in and kick the extra point, please, for all these 27 and a half people. We got a lot of freshmen in there. Look at those guns. Bo Walker going to try to get another touchdown.
That's the two freshmen up top at receiver, right?
Right. 57 power. Snap it. There it is.
They did. Walk-in touchdown.
57 power.
There you go. Good job, Coach.
Bo Walker. That's a good job by
2 for him. 2 for
good job by
Nate.
Gunner using the snap count there.
Tony Quinn says Larry Brown and Glenn Ford were fun to be with on a summer program in Washington, D.C. We went with the Gym Dogs and Coach Yoklin to meet the Clinton administration in the White House.
Oh, there you go.
What were they doing? They the escorts or what?
Hey, Secret
the
Service.
Gym Dogs.
Secret Service. Probably taking Leah Brown and what's her name?
Ooh, that was close.
Hope Spivey in there.
28-0 Dogs. I think we're fine if Gunner Stockton takes the rest of the day off, right?
Yeah.
Gotta be.
How about those Sooners 14-3 at the half?
Yeah, we're not gonna let you watch any of that game, Coach.
I'm not.
Just TC.
At halftime, we will.
Nope.
Because we take a break when they take a
No,
break.
We're gonna keep him.
I'm just glad these early day games compared to night. I let everybody down last week.
Said who?
I was trying to do it, but
You were calling plays.
yeah, but I was.
He nailed the tight end wrap touchdown. He's like, here, we're gonna hand the ball. They need to hand the ball off to 86, Dylan Bell. Next play, they hand it off to him. This is a toss to the flats, a little arrow to the flat. I'm like, how the hell?
I mean, you didn't tell us the onside kick was coming.
Yeah,
but, you know,
suck.
That was a great call.
I'm very disappointed in you. It's funny though. I don't know what went more viral. Kirby Smart's reaction after the onside kick, his comments about Georgia players not just wanting a check, but also hitting people, or Monday saying anybody that transfers, we try to schedule them because they can't take it. He had like within 48 hours, Kirby Smart was one of the most viral guys, non-coaching related stories out there. So,
yeah, like not the Lane Kiffin style.
exactly.
Yeah.
But it's funny. I mentioned this recently. After last week, after the Auburn game when he had the timeout clapping thing, everybody's making fun of Kirby Smart. There's all these memes and things. But after last week, everyone's like, well, there's Kirby Smart, the best coach in America. And it wasn't I saw a bunch of different guys saying that, I mean, no question. There wasn't, he's one of the best coaches. He's among the best. It was Kirby Smart, best coach in America. And no one ever says when they're talking about Lane Kiffin that Lane or whoever needs to be paid more than Kirby. They're like, he's going to get paid Kirby Smart money. Or they'll mention, and no one ever says, well, Kirby's making 13. He's not worth that. Everyone knows that he's the best coach in America, hands down. And the only guy I think could come close to that, I mean, people could talk about Ryan Day, but Dabo, he's the only one with a couple titles. So
Ryan Day's actually got a better record than Kirby, but he doesn't have but one national championship. But
they went head to head, and Kirby beat him.
I mean, if Georgia played Northwestern more often, you know,
I take Kirby over Ryan Day. But.
Oh, in a heartbeat, yeah. But that idea of Dabo winding up at Arkansas, that is super interesting.
Well, it had to be a Walmart involved.
Oh, that would do it.
or the chicken plant, Tyson, right? There's Uga.
Coach, what do you think of the situation where sometimes you're just maxed out at a school?
Two-way street, depends on what everybody else thinks, but as far as the alumni and all that, but I don't know how you could be maxed out when you're winning.
I agree with you. It's here it is, Coach.
Ooh, nice play action back of the end zone.
Nice throw, Mateer. 14-6.5, Coach.
14-6?
Yeah.
You got a field goal on them.
Yes, it did.
I'd like to see a pick for touch.
Still have starters in there for Georgia's defense.
The defensive guys really, after what they've been through with some of these offenses, are like, let me in there. Xavier McLeod getting a tackle here. He's like, I want my shot. I'm tired of going up against those Texas and Ole Miss and Mississippi State offensive linemen.
I'll save this for second half, but if y'all in the chat, if the high school team that you follow or are loyal to is still playing, I want to chat about them when we can in the second half of this game. So get ready to give me their latest updates in the chat.
There's a sack. Elijah Griffin gets one, the freshman. We mentioned early on that, it was going to be last week that he just takes his guards and just drives them backwards.
You had Rashawn Dinkins playing down at the line of scrimmage there.
And he's come up a couple times. But if I'm lining up and I see him at 3-eye, coach, I'm peeing down my leg a little bit.
Yeah, he's a stallion.
They're running on 3rd and 16. Georgia will stop them for about 7. And that'll be 2-minute timeout.
Honestly, coach, if he's at the 4, I'm going to be nervous. I don't want him 3-eye or anything.
Right.
I don't want him head up. I don't want him 5-eye. I don't want him 3-eye. I don't want him anywhere. Just I don't want to see number 90 on my side of the field.
Exactly.
I'm be like, hey, Chris, let's switch sides of play.
Mm-hmm.
No, you always told me you want to be left guard. I wanted you to come over here.
At halftime, we take a halftime break as well. I'll pop up the stat sheet here. You can keep this link active, or if you want to bail from it and return to it in the second half, it'll be there for you. Score updates from around the country: SMU 21, Louisville 6. SMU's 5-1 in the ACC.
I know
that may be relevant.
Yeah,
in terms of ACC. Well, Tech plays Pitt tonight, and they need to win that game to clinch their ticket to Charlotte for the ACC championship. Army's beating Tulsa right now, 22-14.
Go Army.
Georgia Southern, after a crazy win last week, now trails Old Dominion 17-0. That's after the first
scored
quarter.
All their points last week.
It seems that way. Baylor and Arizona tied at 14. And as much, Radi, as the Lane Kiffin saga is getting headlines, there's a trend that's happening, not necessarily with the best teams with all the resources, but it happened with Luke Fickell at Wisconsin. It happened with Mike Locksley at Maryland. And then this week with Dave Aranda at Baylor, where essentially these programs are saying, rather than fire our coach for underperforming in some way, we're actually going to keep the coach, and the money that we would have spent, we're going to double down and try to use that for NIL and give them a better roster to work with. I'll be curious to see if that's sustainable, because Luke Fickell is going to need to win 5, 6, 7, 8 games next year to prove that that's worth it.
No, it's going to drive the transfer market through the roof, and people are like, well, that's going to be a crazy 10 days. It's already started. We saw Boo, whatever his name is, at Tennessee, who basically was booted off the team, but it's the intends season.
Georgia players, the ones that are entering the portal, they know.
Yeah,
they know.
So I'm just saying it is intends. So and-so intends to enter the portal, because they can announce whenever they want to that they're going to enter the portal. So you don't have to wait till that 10 days. And their agents, their parents, their high school coach, whoever can start fielding offers, not talking directly to the player. And you're right. This is the thing I said when they fired what's his name at Penn State?
James Franklin.
Virginia
Tech.
Virginia Tech. I said, all these people who are firing a coach and then having to do the buyout and then pay top dollar for a new coach, if you put that money into NIL and just went and bought the damn players that the guy needs, you could change it'd be a quicker return on your money than getting a new coach.
The Indiana format.
It's working at Indiana. It worked at Ole Miss. You know, you can go out and buy some really good players. Texas Tech, look how good this works. And Texas Tech is also doing it for the high school class, for the freshmen coming out. I mean, the recruits.
We could be going for a block here. Cash Jones. Nope.
The portal giveth and the portal taketh, though.
Yeah.
And it's not like Florida didn't try in the portal.
Yeah.
They didn't succeed in the portal.
Cash got a finger in the eye. But yeah, and so I'm not saying the portal is the answer, because
Kirby's not going to like this.
Flag on the play.
I love a screen on first down here. Not the traditional slip screen, some kind of slow screen. Let them rush and dump it off.
And dump it out behind them? Yeah. How many steps do you have your lineman back up before you dump it over their head?
1,001, 1,002.
Okay.
So Gunnar Stockton's still in the game.
There's
Most of Georgia starters.
Chance to get 70 more yards passing, and then it'll be history.
Thomas, Branch, Riddell. Is that Humphreys in the slot? Yep.
There it is.
Out of bounds. Clock will stop. Under 2 minutes.
Same thing as a screen.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. V. Will says snaps have been a little high. Drew Bobo's not playing.
Yeah, the kid's a little nervous, but at least he hadn't snapped it over his head. This analytics guy's ready to go. Look at
He
his
is.
book. He's got it ready for Kirby.
He's sitting there on 1st and 10. He's ready, got it open. Here's how much time we got.
Look up at the top.
Oh, yeah.
Dump. Get out of bounds.
And he does. Nate Frazier. Allen Hampton, Coach Donnan, any chance the wishbone ever makes a comeback?
I would be so lucky. I think maybe a form of it sometime on short yardage, but these kids are so used to throwing the ball, I don't see it.
I'm all about bringing back the veer.
The veer?
Yes, sir.
2nd and 3. Clock stopped at 1:41.
No baby ready for
Here we go. Here we go. Oops. Late hit out of bounds.
Should be a first down for the Dogs. All these out of bounds plays, so Georgia gets to keep its 3 timeouts. Plenty of time for a middle-eight offense here.
Bo Hewley in there at right tackle, Coach. Juan moved into right guard.
Riddell crosses the formation. See if the speed comes into play here.
Let him run a hitch.
Ooh, probably should have been a catch there. Dylan Bell. First down play, Cass Jones was in there, so.
I mean, just do the Rolodex. Who you want to put in?
Yeah. They had him on the first play of the game, so
they're probably using the best receivers right here, knowing they're not going to play the second half. But it'd be nice to hit Bell for a TD.
That would be nice.
Fake and go to Branch.
Good protection.
Gunner gets sacked.
You're right. He did have good protection. They walked into it. They rushed 3 and got him.
You'd think Charlotte would call a timeout here, but they won't.
Guy comes around and
came around Tolliver.
Yep.
This is going to be a run. Kirby.
3rd and 16. Run it. Take away all the time. Get out of there. I can see it.
Draw to Cash. Oops. God,
interception.
Son of a bitch. They're going to get a field goal and beat the spread.
Bad beat for Stanford Steve.
What kind of kicker they got?
Yoink.
Unbelievable, boys. It's unbelievable the way the betting gods take care of the people.
Field goal kicker is Liam Boyd. He's 8 of 10 on the season. Long is 42.
Where's the ball right now?
Ball is on the 37.
They're going to get a field goal. Unless we get a turnover. They probably run it here.
Liam Boyd is a transfer from North Carolina. So he was there in the Mac Brown era.
I call timeout. They're going to plan something up here. How much time they got? 32 seconds. 2 more timeouts. They can try to punch it down a little bit closer, make it easier.
Everybody was crowing about didn't have anybody underneath there.
Not going to be Gunner's best stat line.
Need a lost yardage play here.
Kirby's talking to him.
Sack.
Quarterback
Jeez.
escapes. First down.
Jacory, you better be careful there.
Close to his targeting.
Yeah. Luckily, got his head around the back side of him.
Strip sack.
I'm surprised they didn't call timeout here. I guess they're happy just to kick the field goal in a second.
It's got to be a pass. He doesn't have enough time to.
They may just center it up for the field goal attempt.
God.
Intentional grounding. He had someone in the
He
area.
did. Griffin tried to change the whole thing.
His uniform is dirty. Been doing the work.
You know he's going to make it.
Yeah. I don't have any money on it, so it doesn't matter. But I did pick them not to score. I picked Georgia with a shutout. Wasn't expecting it.
You don't think they're going to block this field goal?
I don't. Dayne Everett's lining up like he's going to do something. He and Jacory Thomas having a lot of words over there on
Why
the
is
left
he
side.
calling the timeout?
I think Georgia called the timeout to ice them.
Yeah.
Make them think about it.
It was close to a sack there, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. He did a good job getting rid of it because Elijah Griffin was in his face.
We'll go ahead and pull up that stat sheet for our halftime break because that'll happen pretty quickly.
That's too bad for Gunner. This was his third interception of the year or fourth.
I think it's his fourth. I think he had 3.
Up and good.
God, he hit in the Jeez.
Ruined my pick. Damn it, Gunner. Clang.
Hit the right part of it.
I mean, 1 inch to the right, and it's bouncing the other way.
Let's see if a halftime interview happens with Kirby. And then it will.
Held the ball too long. It wasn't that play. It was the play before we took the sack. Never take a sack in 2 minutes. He should know better.
What's your plan moving forward for the second half in the quarterback position?
We'll keep playing. We got to keep getting better. We got to keep playing. We got to do a good job. So, score 28-3 or what is it? 8-3. They get the ball first. I think we had the ball first. Didn't do anything with it. So we got to come out and stop it.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
All business, Kirby.
Keep playing.
What's your plan with quarterback in the second half? Like,
Play one?
we're gonna play without one to see if that works better. I know what you're trying to ask, but it's just you can't give Kirby an opening like that because he will duck and dodge and get out of there. All right, folks, that's the first half. We'll be back in 20 minutes for the second half, so join us back here about 2:20.
Every bit of 2:30 probably.
At 2:27. We'll be back. We'll see you then. Take care.
All right, we are back. Second half of Georgia versus Charlotte. Georgia leads 28-3.
Here's a note for you, Coach. The Gunnar Stockton completed passes to 10 different guys.
Does that count the one he threw the 49?
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, that was a tough throw. A little bit better decision would have been smart, but
It's funny that Kirby was more mad about him taking the sack when that 3-man rush to play before. I thought Kirby would be much more mad about the interception.
well, the thing that happened on that was you don't expect a man in the middle of the rush to come out and
They
tackle.
come all the way around, yeah. All right, so
Here we go.
There's the kick. Start the second half. We appreciate all of you joining us. It means the world to us when you all jump on and watch the show with us. We always like to know where you're watching the show from. We love the comments. You guys crack us up all the time. And it's just a nice thing to do on a Georgia game day, is to enjoy it with all of our friends and family and watch the Bulldogs hopefully have an injury-free second half.
Maybe get some of these other guys in the game. We played a lot of guys so far, but not but one quarterback, but a lot of receivers, backs, O-linemen, tight ends.
First two drives, I imagine you see the first team on both sides for the first drive. And there's Dayne.
Blitz. Guerrero.
Yeah.
I wonder what made him think he could hit that.
Yeah. I think you're just scared to be hit. He just threw it out of there.
Chris Cole. He's lanky, isn't he?
He is.
Tackle.
Not going to get past Raylan Wilson very much. I guess Quintavious Johnson actually get to this guy. 3rd and 9. Chris Cole playing center field.
Ooh. Boy, a little aggressive there, DeMello.
Yeah. Kind of wrapped around him a little bit, DeMello. I'm going to be careful there, brother.
It's just amazing how many people get behind us, isn't it?
It's mind-boggling, Coach. Especially the fact that Georgia likes to play so much, zone and stuff underneath and not give up explosives.
But that was man, that time.
I know I'm just saying but it happens in all of them. It drives me crazy.
Got the return on. Let's see what we do it. Got a chance. Scovey.
So how much yardage is that for? Georgia's returned 4 punts so far today.
He definitely got the shortest shorts.
Yeah.
They're going to make Gunner play some more.
That's what I was saying. I figured they would have both starting units out there for the first drives. So. Coach, Georgia has 55 yards in punt return yardage. Five and a half first downs.
Blitz.
Go to Noah Thomas again.
Oh, Gaston.
Good open field run.
Let's see how many times he turns his head. 1, 2. Oh! He's not a burner, but he does get down the field. I love
Got a
it.
little too funky there at the end, but
Yeah. They saw the same thing you did with Juan Gaston. I'm glad he didn't step on that poor kid.
comes one. Left, run left. Hope Bowens is ready next week. Line up number 10 out there and throw him the fade.
There you go. I'm with you. I figured Chauncey Bowens in that game could really do some damage against that Tech defense. That's it. Look at him out there.
You know it's a cash for clunkers game when you hear Brooke Whitmire on the TV broadcast. Usually the PA is drowned out by the fans.
Yeah, at halftime, a lot of people ducked out. From our Jed May, who's in the press box there, he said the second half's getting started with a lot fewer people in the stands. Which I get. It's actually warmer than a lot of people expected it to be. For November 22nd, it's nice.
We did it both.
There's the trifecta. Yeah, like the exaggerated count.
Mercer leading Auburn.
Oh my goodness, 14-7.
Mercer's 9-1.
Auburn should fire their head coach.
Yeah.
Should have put Cash in there and let him score a touchdown. Definitely not making sure Bo doesn't enter the transfer portal.
I was about to say.
Nice drive.
Bo Walker's got as many TDs as Charlotte has points, Coach.
Good call.
Not a bad day. Oh, I hope it stays that way and they score a touchdown. Hey, real quick, let's talk about our friends at Athens Ford, because if you happen to be in the northeast Georgia area, if you happen to go down Millage Avenue where they're building the new fantastic track, the giant track, the Spec Towns one over there. If you go a little bit past that, you'll see the Georgia Botanical Gardens. They are a phenomenal place to go year-round, spring, summer, winter. Even months ago, they started putting up the Christmas lights. And if you've never seen the Christmas lights at Georgia Botanical Gardens, you've really missed out. It's expensive to do that, putting up all those lights, all those trees, all that work. It's not like the Botanical Gardens. I mean, they do charge for it, but you got to have somebody to front you the money to do that. Well, our friends at Athens Ford are premium sponsors for that. They don't get much out of it. You know, I think they put a car out there that you can look at, but it's not, they're not making money on having a sponsorship like that. So they do that for the community because they like it, and they all live here. You talk to them, you find out which parts of Athens or Northeast Georgia they live in. So they're all in this community, and they like to give back. Brian Clowers, he does stuff with charities, seems like every week. So these are good people, and they're not in it to just try to make money off of suckers that come in the front door like some of these dealerships are. So if you want somebody who takes care of the community, takes care of kids, they're doing the Angel Tree right now. So every time you come in and buy a vehicle, they help out another kid on the Angel Tree. They've already done it for a ton of kids already. again, part of their charity thing, but now they're adding on to each car they sell. And that includes your fleet vehicles. We have people that are buying a bunch of fleet vehicles at the end of the year to get new Ford 250s, 150s, 350s, stuff like that. So check out the Georgia Botanical Gardens, the light show out there, Holiday and Lights. It's beautiful. I highly recommend it. It's a great tradition here in Athens. And thank our friends at Athens Ford for sponsoring it.
I asked to shout out some of the high school teams playing last night, and I'll fit a few of those in here. Raymond says Brunswick got the crap kicked out of them. Then they caused a melee, embarrassing for everybody. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, there was a
little brawl on the field after the Brunswick game. Jimmy says Toombs County beat Thomasville in Lions. Says go Dogs. Tom says Hoggard High School, #1 seed in the 8A East Division. Only problem, they're in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Oof.
I guess you don't know who went to high school there.
I know who did.
Michael Jordan.
Which is why I know there's some serious football being played up there.
Mark says 5A in Georgia, Sequoia beat Noonan 48-28 and will host Roswell. So that game, two schools 10 miles apart.
That is beat Noonan's tough. That's impressive, but Roswell's brutal.
Fowler says Gordon Lee beat Elbert County last night, and their reward have to go all the way down to Worth County, Sylvester, 5-hour bus ride.
That's garbage. I hate that for them.
How about those Mercer Bears?
Brown guy said the Pepperell Dragons won last night and get Raven County next week. Haven't been this deep in the playoffs in a decade. That's a cool story.
Good job, boys.
Little quick toss here for Charlotte.
That's just ridiculous right there. Even Charlotte can run outside if the most outside guy's inside the tackle. Somebody missed a line there. Kirby's going nuts. Show it again.
Super Goat Dog is rooting for a Roswell Thomas County Central semifinal. Says we got former coaches on both staffs.
Go for it.
Yep. Like I say, Roswell's no joke. That was a good throw.
Gonna set up a 2nd and 2.
But that's what they did on that first drive, Coach. They rolled him out. Nice. Give him a little bit of time, and he's able to connect.
My dad's in the chat and gives an update from the homeland. West Lawrence beat Oconee County last night. Dublin got drilled by Fitzgerald.
Good job by West beating Oconee.
Seems like we've heard that 3 times on this show.
Tackle.
There it is.
Big 90.
Yeah. I think Elijah Griffin gets back there so fast, he's not sure what to do sometimes. Like
Quick.
the play hadn't developed yet. I hope that number 70, the 58 gets a cut of the check that Charlotte's getting, because he's having to go up against big Elijah Griffin play after play.
I wonder what
after
they
play.
got for this game.
Had to be over $1 million now.
In this economy? Yeah.
1.5, 1.6. That's 7. The right tackle jumped a second time.
And he grabbed his face mask.
Coach, when we ask if you thought the wishbone was coming back, Tom Roy says, I played for Keith Piper at Denison back in the mid-'80s. We played the single wing, and as a receiver, it was a boring couple of years.
Probably got some good practice time in. But
Yeah.
He benched him after that one. But
I think that's why that kid knew that when he grabbed his face mask, he'd been told, if you do it again, I'm pulling you. And then he did it. He grabbed his helmet knowing he
he wanted to act like he's mad, but he's glad he can just ride back to Charlotte.
It's probably did on purpose.
Ride back to Charlotte and eat some Chick-fil-A on the way back.
Nice tackle there.
Now, this is a nice gesture. Amanda in the chat says, if anyone wants to go check out the Athens Rock Lobsters hockey team next Saturday, I have 2 tickets if anyone's interested. So,
That's
Who
very
they
nice.
playing?
I'm not sure, but I'll find out for you, Coach.
I thought she'd tell you. That's nice of them.
Hey, can we give a little shout out there to Jaden Harris, number 12, the Miami transfer who made that tackle?
We're on the verge of returning one. Probably be too short to return.
Yeah, he's got a kid in his face.
This is it for Gunner. Oh, he's coming in with Tommy gun.
Coach, they're playing the Monroe Moccasins from Monroe, Louisiana.
Man, I didn't even think they would have a hockey team down there. That's another reason for Lane to go there. Got a good hockey program.
Howard shouts out Carver Columbus 56-0 over Stephens County, and shouts out that head coach Jarvis Jones in his first year,
Jarvis rolling.
making Dale McGee proud.
What is their record this year?
They're undefeated,
I was
right?
about to say, I don't think they'd lost one. I'm not far from there. I need to go watch one of their games.
Yeah, they're 12-0.
There you go.
Tell you, somebody's really gone downhill is Louisville.
Yeah, you mentioned them earlier. They were
They
just
beat
regressing.
Miami. I mean, they lost to Virginia, and they lost last week. Losing bad to SMU today.
Brodo has a question, says, do season ticket holders get tickets to that home playoff game? So I can tell you that I know UGA faculty and staff got the email of if you're interested in having your ticket for that came, I think, a week or two ago. So I'm betting season ticket holders would get that same.
I think you get some priority, but the money doesn't necessarily go to Georgia.
Correct.
There's a big pool. You know, one of the good things, which I like, they furnish transportation and housing for the parents on that, both teams, which they should. But I think Georgia's going to end up in the SEC championship myself, which will help us get seeded 2 or 3. That's what we need to be, 2 or 3 away from Ohio State. I think we can beat Ohio State, but you'd hate to have to beat them in the semifinals and then still have to beat somebody else.
Yeah, that's be like that 2022 when you had to beat them in Atlanta and then get somebody else. I'm with you there.
Ohio State's up 28-3 on Rutgers.
Ryan Puglisi is going to be in.
All right, Ryan, let's throw it to our team. This would be a great chance to see a 90-yard run from Peanut.
Early in the second quarter, Alabama leads Eastern Illinois 14-0.
James Duke. Auburn is looking ahead to Alabama. That's cold-blooded.
Please get him in open field.
Puglisi goes down.
Come on. Of all the things that to call on his first play, that's a hard play. Jeez.
At least he didn't lose 6. He only lost 2.
There's C.J. Wiley. Tore a sleeve.
All right, there you go, Coach. 2 lead blockers.
Could be. Oh.
That's going to be a late hit, right? Pull down.
Monroe
They're calling
Freeling,
for it.
Monroe
There it
Freeling
is.
is losing his mind. He wants a late hit. There.
I'm just anxious for our fans to see how actually fast this guy is.
That's you were asking about Cortez Smith earlier, Coach. That's him, number 50 there. Look at the size of that boy.
That's a
Is he
scary.
from Langley too?
Yes, sir. Wait. No, I'm confused. I thought he was. He's from Snellville.
Throw it to 10.
Got Roldan and Wiley down at the bottom of the formation. They hand it to Roldan at the top.
First touch in his career. Looks a little like McConkey.
He does. Apparently, they both have oversized helmets, which I've never understood. Or maybe that just comes with the 84 jersey.
Wiley can go deep.
Riddell, that matchup in the slot.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I like about Wiley, Coach. I've seen him make catches from his high in the air, over his head. Yeah, that was terrible. But also at his shoelaces. When they talk about catch radius, that guy just throw it in the vicinity.
This game's going slow. It's already 2:45.
God, Cortez is just beefy.
Make it.
Will they let Puglisi get a pass in? There it is.
That's good.
Incomplete.
I didn't see
Just
him.
put it on him. Got a chance to catch it. Put it on him. Way too high on his break. Get down. That's just a drop there.
Yep.
Tough first series.
Yep. But that's where you get your learning in. You get out there and it doesn't go the way you want it to, and you spent 3-4 weeks thinking, man, when I get in, I'm gonna show them what I can do, and then you get in there and it doesn't go the way you want it to. And then next time you go to practice, you're like, okay, I got some work to do.
Good punt down at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to be a little bit too refined on that throw. It was a tough catch, but still got to catch it.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I mentioned that case where the guy fell through the skylight and Jeff Dean helped get a settlement there. They're probably getting ready to settle a case where they had this 80-year-old man went through an automatic car wash, and he pulled over to use the vacuum cleaners, when you go through and then like you do your self vacuum. And the minute he stepped out of his car, another car hit the gas instead of the brakes, hit his car, causing his car, he gets knocked down and then got run over by his own car. So basically, the person hit the gas instead of the brake. They make his car run him over. So 80 years old, out there driving, cleaning his car, vacuum, doing the vacuum thing. And I can't imagine my 80-year-old bones getting run over by my car. Multiple surgeries, god awful video of it. They have those places, they have video, the video of it. So that's the type of stuff Jeff Dean deals with. Now, if you have a case that you're like, well, that's pretty much an open and shut case where somebody ran you over. But let's say you're not sure. You're like, I think that these people were negligible in this injury, or I think that I have a case here. Reach out to them. Doesn't cost you anything. It's not going to be like, oh, you called us. It's $500. No. You have 30 days where they're basically, you can work with these folks. And if they tell you don't have a case, hey, no harm, no foul. And then let's say you're still not sure and you take it to court and you don't win. If you don't win, you don't pay. So, and here's the thing, a lot of these places, when you see the Morgan and Morgan, I think there's the Florida guys, or you see all these different people on billboards and stuff like that. Most of these places do not want to go to court. You're not going to meet the lawyer whose name is on the billboard like you would if you go in and sit down with Jeff Dean. You're going to meet him specifically. He's going to be working on your case. And they have no problems going to court, which is where you're going to get your better deals. But a lot of them just want to settle easily out of court for a lower amount, take a bunch of money from you and then send you on your way. That's not the way Jeff Dean does it. So don't be scared. Call him. It's not going to cost you anything out of pocket if you don't have a case.
This game might not be over till 4:00.
Yeah, we're going to need to speed this up, boys.
I was hoping they'd do a running clock fourth quarter, but
I could have sworn they would. I guess if they'd
Charlotte may like the airtime.
they got that interception and that kind of changed it on them. I think if Georgia scored on that drive, we'd definitely be seeing a running clock by now. Oh my goodness!
Daniel Harris on the hit of the year for him.
He's got those pants hiked up too, Coach. You wearing them short shorts.
They must think A&M must going to be underdog to Texas.
I would pick Texas in that game. Well, right, you had mentioned you saw that Anthony Hill's not playing today.
Yeah,
That would change my mind.
that's true.
Roll out this way.
Yeah, he's gonna hit that number 7.
Did he catch that?
Oh. Analytics guy picked him up.
Yeah, he asked for it.
He went out of bounds.
Yeah, the guy took his hat off. Oh, he looks like
There's no way he got that in. Oh, they
there he
stopped
was.
it.
Kirby challenging that.
I'd mention a lot of the high school scores and one from North Carolina too. I'll mention one from across the border that I used to cover. Opelika and Auburn played their 101st game yesterday. It was in the state semifinals, 7A in Alabama. And Opelika is on to the state championship. Beat the Auburn High Tigers.
How can that guy say that that's a catch?
Watch his left foot first.
Did his left foot come down?
It looked like it, but the closed captioning's in the way. I can't quite see it, but I think that's what they're calling. So,
Yeah.
but did he have control as he's going down?
But when you take off the hat, I guess they're saying, was he forced out of bounds?
Forced out of bounds, yeah.
Okay.
That's okay. Just would not have been able to intercept it at that
Rest
point.
of his life, that guy can say he made a play in Sanford Stadium. Let's get some SEC homer call here.
I think they're going to have to confirm this.
So he's got there. Yeah, see, it touches to that left.
What a play.
Still kind of,
Right call.
hell of a catch.
Good job, ref.
The guy was adamant when he ran up there. You know, he's like, it's a catch, it's a catch. So he had no.
Hoping to see some walk-ons get in the game here for Georgia, but not at this rate.
We got a lot of second teamers in there right now.
Daniel Harris, third team. Zion Branch,
False start.
safety. That's a second teamer.
All that crowd noise is bothering them.
Brodo says someone's going to grab that man out of the portal that made that catch.
Hey, that's kind of what they did with London Humphreys. He had one big TD against Georgia. And boom, Georgia's like, hey, why don't you come down here, London?
He might be the only receiver that didn't catch one today. Has he caught one?
London caught one, didn't he? No, you're right. He has not.
You can't doubt coach like that.
Yeah.
Get you.
Thomas has 4, Branch has 4, Lucky has 2, and then this group all has 1. Cash, Riddell, Elias Williams, Nate Frazier, Dylan Bell, Landon Roldan, Bo Walker.
Let's just basically say everybody.
Radi Nabulsi.
There was I hope somebody got a picture of that tackle there because Justin Williams and Chris Cole, best friends, both blow up the guy after he catches it. And I'm sure they'll want that one for their Instagram or wall of photos or whatever.
Oh, 97. You got to get in there.
Yeah.
Who's 56? Big old boy.
Nazir Johnson.
Speaking of Dublin.
Extreme moral victory here for Charlotte at this point.
Extended drive. That's a 96 big JJ Haney.
They're gonna hit the fade up at the top.
Better turn and run with him, Dominic.
It's going to be intercepted, too. Sweet sack.
Chris Cole.
He's so quick.
That's why that guy wanted to come out of the game. Right tackle.
Exactly.
So you go block number 9.
So you got that tackle doing his kick sets over there, Coach. It's just not fast enough. I'm like, son, turn your hips and just run. 'Cause you're not going to be able to stay square to him.
And who was celebrating on the sideline with him? Jordan Hall.
All right, let's see something here, dogs.
Take a deep shot to CJ Wiley. Fourth quarter now, Oklahoma 17, Missouri 6.
Another field goal for you.
There's a run play. Peanut.
You know, what was that, 10 yards?
Break one, Peanut, so everybody can see your speed. I've been bragging on you.
Black Shears in the game. Is that Cole Spear at the bottom?
Ooh.
Oh, you almost had it again.
Yeah, that's Cole Spear.
Jamal Merriweather in there at left guard. Heard some good things about Merriweather. It's also, Coach, this is one of the times where, I mean, you could be.
Uh-oh. Go on outside.
Georgia could be replacing 4 of its 5 starters on offense, and a game like this is where you find out who might step up and be your guys next year.
Well, you got Bobo, yeah, but you got Glover, and I guess you don't consider Gaston a starter, but Freeling, chance coming out. Throw a screen down here to 18.
Almost a little face mask there, but
Keeping it on the ground. Wow, Old Dominion 31, Georgia Southern 0 halftime.
Is that right?
Yeah.
ODU going nuts.
Southern left all its points out there, like you said, Roddy.
Hit 10.
Yeah, I was about to say, look at big number 10. He's looking that way. Oh, gonna dump it down to Bo.
Shit. You got third down, stay in there and throw it. Go for it, Kirby. You're not going to go for it. Let no Thorson punt some. Be a good time to fake one. The guy can punt, man. Look at that rainbow.
Ooh.
Down at the 5. Cole says, Coach, can you walk us through why you think Georgia will be in the SEC championship?
Okay. You got some opportunities. First, Alabama and Auburn, which Alabama probably not going to lose, but they could. And then you got A&M playing Texas, which is high probability on the road. So if either one of them lose, we're in. If both of them win, we got a situation where Texas A&M's in for sure because they don't have any SEC losses. But if Alabama wins, we've got 3 teams with one loss. That would be Mississippi, us, and Alabama. Well, you look at head to head, we played Mississippi and won, and Alabama beat us head to head, but neither one of them played Mississippi. So, I mean, Alabama didn't play Mississippi, and we didn't play. Well, I guess we played both of them, but Mississippi didn't play Alabama. But the idea is the second thing after head to head, which would be, but all three would be in a situation where Ole Miss is out because they didn't beat any one of us head to head. So Alabama and us would look at strength of schedule, and the strength of schedule is Alabama's favor. But if for anything happens to Vanderbilt, if Vanderbilt loses against Tennessee or against Kentucky, then that's going to hurt Alabama's strength of schedule. And if Florida would beat Tennessee, that would hurt their strength of schedule. We need for two of those to lose. See what I'm saying? For their schedule to diminish.
So root for Florida tonight. Root for Vandy to lose.
And it's to our advantage to try to be seeded second or third and stay away from Ohio State. Right now we're seeded fourth, which would be hard to get higher than fourth without playing in a championship game. That's considered if we beat Tech, we'll stay four.
We mentioned the pet test earlier from My Better Life Science, but when you go to mybls.com, mybls.com, you'll see that they have an allergy test, tick bite test, pet test. Then they have
he's going
to men's and women's prescription medications to help you out. They have a Breathe Hero 5-pack. That's definitely something you want to check out. Anyway, there's always new products from our friends over at My Better Life Science. And when I talk about the Tick Bite Hero, they have one that's basically a Lyme disease test. And Lyme disease is really, really tough to spot sometimes. And so if you see any symptoms like a bullseye rash, fever, headache, joint pain, muscle pain, it can be really hard. You can get some false positives and some false negatives. Well, one of the most accurate tests you'll find is the Tick Bite Hero test from My Better Life Science. So check them out. And if you're worried that you might have Lyme disease or something like that, you've got the joint pain, muscle pain, headache, fever. You got this little rash that has, it's clear in the middle and red around the outside. Could be from a tick bite. Could be Lyme disease, and you need to get that treated quickly because it could be a real pain in the ass. Free 2-day shipping on every kit. These are all approved by physicians, and you get the results in 48 hours after your sample arrives. So if you order it on Monday, you should have it by Wednesday at the latest. You send it back that day, you could have tests by Friday. So it's pretty damn quick from our friends at My Better Life Science.
We go to the fourth quarter here in Georgia versus Charlotte. After the game, if you want to react to it, maybe give your take heading into Georgia and Georgia Tech, want to chat with me and Radi, we'll have that on our post-game overreaction show. I get it launched. Radi takes it over after that. And that's a show for you and your voice.
Yeah, it'll be fun times. We need Georgia to score twice more here to then want to get this cover. So let's see them get a first down.
Well,
not exactly what I was looking for.
I know it's Charlotte, but it's still a regular season game for Georgia. You don't get many days where Sanford Stadium's used for that. The next will be September 5th for a regular season. There is the chance that Georgia could host a first-round playoff game here in a couple of weeks.
Who would we play September 5th?
Tennessee State.
What's the penalty?
Illegal substitution.
Against us or them?
Against Charlotte.
That's what you get for trying to play 12.
Yeah.
You'll have a couple. Well, you'll have one spring graduation in that stadium, and then there's a concert there in the spring as well. Otherwise, spring practice, G Day.
Double move.
There you go.
Kelly's a player.
Yeah.
Next great player here.
I'm gonna write that down.
I was watching him earlier. And I was like, let's see what you can do, Dominic. And he was
Dinkins, 27 and 24.
Dominic actually, if I'm not mistaken, he's the one I think reclassified, came a year early.
Yeah, he just turned 18.
Good Lord. Call that flanker offsides, coach. Look at him.
Trying to get advantage. Good tackle, Dinkins.
There's Dinkins, yeah.
Tough. Like those guys a little bit pigeon-toed. Sanford's going to cover against A&M. 50.5. Missouri probably come in there and find a way to catch up with Oklahoma. I hope not. Shows a lot of loyalty to me watching this game.
Should be
Delay
delay
game.
game.
All right, take a timeout. Yeah.
These coaches are proving how smart they are to run all these blitzes.
Auburn leads Mercer 21-14, but the stat line here, Deuce Knight, the Auburn running back, 3 carries for 135 yards for 3 touchdowns.
He's a quarterback, isn't he?
Yep.
I thought you
Freshman.
said the Auburn running back. My bad.
But how about this stat line for Mercer's quarterback, Braden Atkinson, 12 of 18 for 156 yards and a touchdown. In our commercial breaks with Georgia and Charlotte, I'm going to peek over to Oklahoma and Missouri, so you may hear some commentary of that in real time. Missouri has the football. It's a 3rd and 9 deep in their own
Get a
territory.
pick. Must be the uniforms, Roddy.
That's it. We were talking about how fast you could get your test back from the folks at My Better Life Science. The folks at Equity Prime Mortgage are also very fast. You're basically talking about 24 hours for an approval, funding in 15 days or less. It's speed you can count on and service you can feel. So contact your agent today at Equity Prime Mortgage. I mean, 24-hour approval is pretty damn good. So need to jump on them when if something comes up quickly, you're like, hey, we haven't even thought about this. We haven't started it. If you can get your paperwork together, approval as quick as 24 hours and funding in under 15 days. So don't lose the house that you want or the commercial property that you want because you went with somebody who takes forever to get their ducks in a row. The folks at Equity Prime Mortgage will get it done incredibly fast. And again, don't fall for the businesses out there that try to say that they are prime equity mortgage or something like that, any sort of takeoff of the Equity Prime Mortgage brand. There are a lot of people who bank on confusion or ignorance and make websites or names similar to Equity Prime Mortgage, hoping that you'll be just a word or a phrase off and go to the wrong guys.
There's a highlight of Deuce Knight from Auburn.
And so
Where's he from?
He played in Mississippi, and then his last year of high school transferred to Lipscomb Academy in Nashville.
All right, so Georgia should get the ball back here.
Minnesota and Northwestern tied at 35 with 2 minutes to go.
Snap it over his head.
Get a run back. You got a chance here. At least try.
If you're watching us on YouTube, do us a favor and click on the channel and just make sure you're subscribed to what we're doing.
Uh-oh. Hunter got hurt.
One click helps us a lot.
Did we pick up many on Tuesday when we asked for that?
We did. We picked up 16 on that show alone, and then we've had a couple hundred after that. So,
Really?
yes, sir.
Appreciate it. Big Jaw Jackson in there going Robinson in the backfield. No more for chance to see 20 break one.
Yeah. That's Marcus Harrison right next to him at left guard.
Who's being interviewed right now? I have no idea.
CJ Wiley, come on, man.
DJ.
He grabbed DJ Shockley.
Kid's like, I'm on TV. Yeah.
He's, DJ's out of focus.
There we go. Do it, Rodnick.
Rod Robinson.
Glad to see him come back with all the crap he's been through. Happy to see him get a carry there and a catch.
Michael Weenie in the game.
DJ, please don't tell him what all I promised you when he came here. No self-disclosure.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Colton Heinrich in the game.
Yeah. Keep blocking, Colton.
Blackshear.
Yep. Thomas Blackshear out of Savannah. They're very, very high on him in Savannah. I mean, him, Micah Morris, all the Savannah kids, Elijah Griffin. Hell, Connor Ferguson.
Get a touchdown here.
All right, there goes CJ.
Got a good release, doesn't he?
Does. That doesn't take him long, Coach.
I like the fact Gunner's up there engaged, listening to the play. And
Wearing the helmet.
I'd like to see them score and let Ryan Montgomery throw a ball or two just to make him feel good. Come all the way back from that ACL.
It's going to be a false start.
Yep. Colton Heinrich. Kid doesn't get a lot of chances, so. Nice zip.
I don't know if that's a play action or RPO.
I think RPO. Wiley looked like he's sore.
Yeah, he's
Throwing to 10.
he had a helmet in his spleen on that play.
Bo Walker back in here going for the quadruple.
Jaden Riddell in. Oh, there's Bo Walker. Oh, oof.
Jaden Riddell's got to catch that.
Yeah. They had nobody on Bo Walker on the.
He was thinking, I'm going to the house.
Yeah. I like him as a great story. Just didn't quite work out like they wanted it to. But
Run into
there's
the
still
le-
time.
What in the world was
I
that?
don't know. Yeah.
Good 10 out there to do that. Who called timeout?
Charlotte.
We're ready for Georgia to go for it there. Wow. What a catch.
Missouri, Oklahoma is what we're commenting on now.
This
They're gonna
coach,
get in there and get a backdoor cover.
see that coach, that Missouri coach just got knocked out. He was watching the big screen instead of watching the play on the field. Had no idea he's about to get lit up.
Where's the ball?
Not sure. All right. Trying to see if any updates from our staff guys. So if you guys in the comment section want to tell me who stood out to you today, I'd like to know.
To me?
The folks in the comment section.
Unless you want to go
But
type
I
in the
do want to
chat.
hear who you want to hear, Coach.
No, I thought you were right. Long commercial.
Yeah, I was about to say they went.
Coach Harrison says Bo Walker.
I mean, 3 TDs. I'm with you there. But also just the way he runs. It's not just the fact he gets into the end zone. I mean, you could tell that kid is special.
That's been echoed about 6 times today.
Yeah.
Amari Carmichael says Griffin.
Amari Griffin has been driving his guy backwards. He has 1 sack. Could have had 2. Definitely, Amari.
Yeah, Elijah Griffin's been really good today.
Yeah. It'd be really easy to mention Nate Frazier with his 2 back-to-back touchdowns to start the game, but it's kind of what we expect of him. So it's not really like he stood out because anybody else, that's damn impressive, but that's not a shock to us.
4th and 3.
Oh, come on.
And dropped. That'll be a
Those
turnover
are
on
too
downs.
hard for him.
All right, well, Dogs ain't covering today. Unless the
Good
defense
throw.
scores.
You got a good release.
Yeah. So with Gunnar Stockton walking today, possibility he goes pro, Coach.
Who's that?
Gunnar Stockton. And you see Puglisi next year. I guess we all assumed that Gunnar would come back another year, but I mean he could leave.
Yeah.
And NFL probably keep whispering at him.
Well, a lot of the quarterbacks you thought would be high in the NFL process probably won't be.
That's kind of my point is, when you start looking at who's draftable, I mean, hell, I'd put him in the top 5 QBs.
You got Jared Curtis coming in here.
Yeah.
So
There's just a supply and demand issue but like measurable wise, NFL teams would still take Sellers at South Carolina over Gunner Stockton.
Go ahead and run the clock out there.
Comment from YouTube says Sokovia cannot complain about not getting playing time when he drops the ball when they put him in the game.
First time out there, really. I understand what he's saying. Definitely. I mean, that's why you got a chance. You got to. This could be a interference here, or a catch.
He caught it anyway on Kelly. What a catch!
Nice throw and catch.
Yep.
Transfer portal. We're under 8 minutes now.
Miami let Virginia Tech score.
Let them. They got a new head coach.
No, I'm
Wow.
just talking about as far as Miami's supposed to be this playoff team.
Okay. Step out of bounds. Yeah, the Miami folks are gearing up for that debate on how is Notre Dame ranked ahead of them when head-to-head. Miami beat them. Just a fair point.
I think it's Kirby signal across the field. Yeah, let's run it. Let's both of us just run it down here to the last few seconds. We'll be fine. Justin Green was a good-looking kid too.
So right here, you think he'll kick a field goal or go for it on fourth down?
He'll go for it.
Question from Tommy Durden said, Coach, what's for dinner?
Tonight?
Yeah.
I will say Dayne brought me a nice bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit over here before the game. So
Brought me one too. It was phenomenal.
good job by you, Dayne. I'm probably going to have some spaghetti and meatballs that this nice friend of mine delivered here a couple of days ago.
Stay on him.
Touchdown.
Pick.
Intercepted.
Please be Kelly.
Dinkins, right? Yep.
26. Everybody likes, maybe who's
Was it?
27's Dinkins. Who's 26?
Dawkins.
Daniel
Okanowo. Okonkwo. Powder Springs.
Do you walk on?
No, he's a
Good play.
Yep. 6 foot, 205 out of Powder Springs, Hillgrove, Georgia. I mean, at Hillgrove High School.
Coach Harrison wants to know where the biscuit was from. I was trying to go to Farm Cart. That's kind of the low key. A lot of people don't know about that as a brunch spot in Athens, but line out the door, I was going to be late and not get the show up here. So I went to a Mama's Boy that's close by. A lot of good choices here in Athens.
Can't trust Beavers.
Sooners going to make the playoffs, boys.
For your sake, I hope they don't play Georgia. Last time they did, I know where your loyalty went to, but that tested as strong as anything.
I was pulling for Georgia. I'll be pulling for them this time too.
Both offenses showed you a game in that one.
Yeah, I'm just glad that Lincoln Riley went in a fetal position in the second half.
You see what Baker Mayfield does on Sundays, and you're like, man, yeah, I understand.
I kept telling you, you beat him, you beat Hurts, beat Beat that OSU QB.
Marshall's playing App State today. Herd need a win to become bowl eligible. Currently losing 9-7.
Good, interesting question from the dog vent. Does Cash Jones have a chance to make an NFL roster?
Yes. Yes.
Dan Jackson
Special
did.
teams, speed, catch the ball, third down back, good runner. He's faster than you think he is. He'll make a team. He's a lot like the guy that went to Seattle, Kenny McIntosh. Not quite as big, but
Yeah.
he's a great special teams player. I'm talking about covering kicks,
Yeah, he's
blocking
elite.
on punts, and really good skill at running routes and protection, knowing how to pick up blitzes.
Jeff on Facebook with Coach Donnan coach the Falcons.
Hey, we're not putting him through that hell.
Mm.
No.
Yeah,
That's elder abuse right there. That's
ooh, that was huge right there. Yeah, I mean, I talked to the Minnesota Vikings about going up there, but as soon as my wife heard that, she said, "Get off the phone." She's not big on Cole.
she's smart.
And the only reason they were talking to me was because somebody from Texas had bought the team, and he was a big college football fan. And
He saw you beating his Longhorns. He got pissed
no,
off.
I wasn't playing him, but he knew a couple of my buddies, but it didn't get very far. I'm not name dropping, but that's as far as I got.
No.
Although I almost went as assistant coach once, but
Wow, that's a hell of a first down there.
I'm assuming this story is about the Rose Bowl against Oklahoma since we were talking about it. But Coach Harrison says, I was there in person and Brad Pitt was in the seat in front of me. And with the seating in the Rose Bowl being old and small, his head was practically between my knees. Great beard game, but he did have some dandruff.
he did what?
He had dandruff.
Brad Pitt?
That's what Coach Harrison
I
says.
believe it. I believe it.
Well, he was going to school at Missouri when I was there. Unfortunately, Angelina Jolie wasn't.
Seems like a guy that would take a shower but not wash his hair. I don't know.
There's not many guys that would say on the Watch Along Show that Brad Pitt's head was between his knees.
He's strong with his manhood. He's like, yeah. It's like I could have crushed him. I could have crushed him like a bug.
We know what you mean.
MG says Cash will run a sub 4.4. I don't know about that, but he's fast.
There you go.
Oh, you got a chance to break it.
Hey, he knows it too. He's like, damn it, I was almost there.
Boys had a lot of injuries. I'm glad he's getting a chance to play.
Yep.
Oh, MG says that Cash was a 10-7 100-meter high school guy.
Who is that?
That's Scootin'.
That's Smith.
Come on, Cortez. Kirby's mad.
It's funny they're saying that they kept Drew Bobo out for this hand laceration. I'm like, he played the entire game last week.
This may be relevant for playoffs. Late in the third quarter, Washington State 17, James Madison 17.
That could be.
Yeah, James Madison's right up there with Tulane for that other group.
I say Tulane in North Texas kind of hoping. They're like, come on, somebody needs to knock off James Madison. James Madison's a great school.
Sure. I tell you that North Texas playing Rice tonight.
What's the over under on that?
I don't know, but North Texas team totals 36.5. They get some points now.
They do.
Rivalry weekend next week. Georgia will play Georgia Tech at 3:30. Like the timing of that game because the rest of the SEC will be determined after that. And apparently Lane Kiffin's future too.
That was
Let's
a
watch
weird.
the snaps here. New snapper. Hey, we got to get in from Ohio in quarterback.
All right, Montgomery.
Let him throw one. Throw a screen or something, just so we can throw a pass. Say he threw one this year.
Yep.
So who's snapping now? Is that Henry Piegler?
So this game has gone a little faster in the fourth quarter, hasn't it, Rod?
Yes, sir. Sped up. No passing.
Screen out here. We're on the don't let them score routine here.
If your brain goes to, I wonder which Georgia guys will transfer. Among the ones on the field, if they're older, they're more likely to at this point.
Can't blame them.
Not at all. Playing time's hard to get.
It's gonna be.
That was Mason
You
Short
need to
in there.
you need to be a member of the dog bin in early January when that portal comes out and they start signing now, because it's going to be. What do you? Let's get a question here for the dog for our show here. What do you think the over under on how many kids we're going to have in the portal?
How many Georgia players will enter the portal over under?
Yeah, how many will not only enter, but how many will take? I would say 18 on the enter and 27 on the take.
I would have been around 15, so you're higher than I was on the enter.
What do you say, Ryan?
I'd flip those. I think you lose about 22, 23 kids to the portal and bring in about 15 to 19.
I know this.
You know better than I do. I'm just.
No, I know this.
That's my initial idea.
As much as we have people checking out recruits, we're checking out players all over the country. I mean, if you're a good safety right now in the country, you're going to get a chance to make some money here.
Absolutely.
I had heard about
who would knows about a safety around the country beside obviously Downs that you would think would be a good fit for Georgia. That's a good question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Coach Stoops over there at Sonic getting him a little limeade.
I think it was that safety. I think he's at Memphis, the kid that I liked.
Who?
I think there's a kid at Memphis. There was a safety that I remember watching.
Ken to Elvis?
Yeah, could be. But just the reason my thought there is you got a lot of kids at Georgia who see who's ahead of them, see the playing time that's not going to be there. So I could see you losing 22, 24 kids. And then Georgia brings in a pretty big signing class. And then they've got 17 spots available to fill in. But you're right. You need edge players. You need safeties. You've got a pretty good couple wide receivers that you're losing.
Maybe a linebacker.
Yeah. If you can get a good defensive lineman. But those offensive and defensive linemen, there's only a couple that seem to be worth a damn to go into the portal each year.
Well, you'd mentioned Boo Carter went in. Is it worth taking a flyer on him?
They kicked him off, didn't
Yeah,
they?
I say that's a culture issue right there. That's you got to worry about. Kirby's been real strong on culture, but I mean, sometimes it just doesn't work out. I mean, Xavier McLeod had issues at South Carolina. He's been at Georgia for 2 years and haven't heard a peep, and seems to be a good teammate, and everybody seems to like him. He's playing really well.
How about that back last night for Baylor up there against McCauley? He scored 7 touchdowns and had 430 yards rushing.
That's insane. It's like the SEC Player of the Week. I was like, last week, I'm like, why isn't Gunnar Stockton the Player of the Week? Then the other guy had 303 yards rushing. I'm like, oh, okay.
Guy, you must have put the clamps on him today. Way I figured, we got 2 plays left, and the clock's going to run out.
Yep.
You gonna let? Is that Bell Jr.?
No, that's Micah Bell.
That's what I said. Bell Jr. His brother.
No, Dylan Bell's brother's Micah Bell. This
Wasn't
is
that him?
No, that was Jeremy Bell, the freshman.
All right. That's why you're
There's
the
three.
man.
There's 3 Bells.
3 bells on the sunset. I thought he was going to throw that one. It's second to last play of the game.
Yeah.
Brandon Mathis, the running back from Fayetteville, played at West Georgia before coming to Georgia as a walk-on.
Take some real balls here, Bobo. Let that boy keep the ball on the corner. This is the last play.
Yeah.
You might just fall on the ball here.
They let the
So did they do as good as Austin Peay? What was Austin Peay score? 28? This guy here is on the relief plan. He's glad.
Georgia beat Austin Peay 28-6. Beat Marshall 45-7.
and go to him again. There you go. Get him a couple carries for the walk on. I love it.
That's it.
Jeremy Bell is out of Clinch County. You want to talk about where they grow some tough kids?
Yeah.
Clinch County. It's serious. So
Appreciate everybody.
Georgia wins 35-3. They do not cover, but still didn't see any injuries. So that is the absolute win. A lot of guys, backups got practice or got some snaps, and we'll see what Kirby Smart has to say here in a couple seconds.
Good for the most part, had good energy, had to bring their own juice. I think that's important. They were able to do that. On to the next.
You put Gunnar back in to start the second half. What'd you make of just the day he had distributing the football?
Well, he did a good job. We got to continue to improve it and get some guys to play well around him. He did a good job of what we asked him to do.
You had a lot of young guys who got some big reps today. Bo Walker had 3 touchdowns. What did you see from him, and what do you like about him for your first?
He's competed all year. Scott team's done a great job. He competes every day. I love the kid. He comes with a smile on his face every day.
Huge rivalry game next week with Georgia Tech. What do the next 6 days look like to prepare for that team?
Quick turnaround. We got a quick turnaround, tough prep, hard team to prepare for. They got a really good team.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks so much.
We look forward to that one too.
All
They'll be
business.
starting tomorrow, but they've been working on them since last year. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
That's the one thing I can promise you. Kirby got a burr in his saddle from that last year, so we'll do a lot better against the pass against them this year.
All right, folks, be sure to join us for the post-game overreaction show. I'm sure we'll have some fun hot takes here in about 4 minutes as when Dayne starts the show. I'm going to head over to my house, and I will jump on my headset over there, and we will be happy. Here's the thing about the post-game overreaction show. You get to join us. You get to be part of the show. So hit the in the description, there'll be the link. Click the link, and it'll ask you to it's like doing a FaceTime. So jump on that. Be a part of the show. Tell us what you think, and then let all your friends know. And we appreciate everybody who's joined us today. Please hit the subscribe button. We want to get to 60,000, and we're pretty close to hitting 56,000. We're just a few less than 100 away. So that would mean a lot to us, and we will see you in about 10 minutes.